Hey Revolution everybody, this is Brother Leonard the Truth Seeker, and I'm coming to you with a few minutes of truth. And today, what a day, what a day. We're going to talk about Ronnie Gorton. Now Ronnie Gorton here, interesting. Ronnie Gorton, he is the pastor, or was the pastor, of the Awakening Church in, I guess that's called Akota, I think it's Akota, Tennessee. Now, the charges range from aggravated sexual battery of a victim under 13, rape, sexual battery by an authority figure, enticing the child to buy alcohol, and sexual exploitation of a minor. Now, Mr. Gorton is being held on a $500,000 bail on bond. From what I understand, he has not posted that bond, which is a good thing. See, last month, it seems like things have been going down for this preacher. Have been going down for this preacher for a while now. I was reading in the Christian Post roughly about last month when it was reported that Gorton was attempting, basically tried to threaten to take suicide, try to take his own life. And as he was trying to do that, he was married, as you can see here. Let's bring that picture up real quick. Let's do that real quick, because I meant to bring up the picture at the beginning. Yeah, let's bring this up so that you can hear this. Now, he and his wife right now are, I guess, estranged as well. Okay, and this was before these allegations came out. She said that she was filing for divorce because of abuse. We don't know what kind of abuse, whether it's whether on her end, or whether it is the abuse that she witnessed these boys. All right. Now, about last month, a 17-year-old came to the authorities and basically accused Gorton of molestation and rape. And since then, two other boys, so it makes a total of three, two other boys came forward. Those boys came forward with enough information to garner an arrest of Mr. Gorton. And now, like I said before, he is out. He is on a $500,000 bond. Now, what makes this situation interesting is the fact that we keep telling you about these preachers and the relationships they have with young people, but yet we're still allowing these pastors and to have great influence, not only just influence, but have good contact with our children, or with young men, young women. We're still allowing this stuff to happen. That stuff needs to stop, because what we're finding out, and what you should know, is that preachers, because of their places in authority, if you notice one of the charges, sexual molestation or sexual activity, taking advantage of a minor by an authority figure, what we're finding out, and what we've already known here in the Church Folk Revolution, is the fact that when given this authority, that these preachers take over on people, you will see how they take advantage of the situation. You know how, like I say it, time, money, body. Same three things that always go through when it comes to these preachers, and it comes to this manipulation. Today, they took the time with the teenagers, right, to be around them. I don't know if their teenagers had money, but probably could take that, but definitely taking their bodies. Okay? See, this stuff needs to stop. And until the preachers, until the church understands that, until they start to understand this, we're going to continue to see Ronnie Gortons. Now, I pray that he finds whatever he needs to find, whatever peace he needs to find while he's in jail. And then when he suffers his conviction, hopefully justice will be served for those 3 young men. Then we can go on from there. But as it relates to the church, I'm going to play for you 2 of the reports from a news station in Memphis reporting on the situation at the end of the video. Okay, I'm gonna play that for you. But in the meantime, let's keep this in mind. Let's keep these situations in mind that, hey, if you notice a preacher, people, if you notice a preacher spending an inordinate amount of time with whether it is young women, whether it is young men, but there's a lot of young people around them, red flags should go up. Okay? Regardless of that ministry, and if that preacher is worth a damn, he would understand, or she would understand, why red flags are up. Okay? And they should be able to go through and you should be able to go through and understand why red flags are up. So if you see these activities going on, don't just dismiss it and say, oh, because they're a man of God that we should trust them. No. Time out for trusting folk anymore. This man's on 47 counts that include rape, sexual assault, and sexual battery. 47 counts. 3 young people. And the police honestly believe that there are more victims out there. This is it, people. I don't know how we have to say this again, but again, we have to guard our children, our young people from pastors who are predatory in nature. Mr. Gorton just got caught. Once again, this is Brother Leonard, the Truth Seeker. Stick tuned for the rest of this report.
A former Mid-South worship leader under investigation tonight, accused of raping 2 underage boys. It's a case quickly developing this evening just across the Shelby County line. Good evening, I'm Joe Birch.
And I'm Kanji Anthony. The accusations are coming from Tipton County, Tennessee. That's where WMC Action News 5's Jerry Askin spent the day with investigators. Jerry?
Well, Joe and Kanji, investigators say this week a male juvenile told Atoka police a former worship leader at the Awakening Church in Munford sexually assaulted, molested, and raped him multiple times at the man's home. The juvenile said it happened just 2 weeks ago. And I've learned that juvenile is not the only young man who made a similar claim. Photos posted to Ronnie Gorton's Instagram page show him leading worship service at the Awakening Church in Tipton County.
I loved going there. It seemed like a great group of people.
The Tipton County Sheriff's Department says the same man who once led those church services is now under investigation after accusations of aggravated statutory rape involving 2 male victims. Deputies say a 17-year-old boy who lives in Tipton County said he was sexually assaulted, molested, and raped on multiple occasions at Gorton's home. The team told investigators the last incident happened about 2 weeks ago. Meantime, the Atoka police chief told me his department recently got a similar report from another man, now in his 20s, who said Gorton assaulted him years ago when he was underage.
It's terrible, that whole situation. It's kind of the thing that, like I said, just makes you want to throw up. Just sitting there thinking about it.
Jessica Yale owns a hair salon not far from the church she once attended. She says the church staff closed their doors recently and even took down their Facebook page.
But I don't know if that's 100% on why they're closing down, but I just know that they're going through a really tough time right now.
No one answered when I went by the church Friday. Authorities say Gorton was taken in for evaluation Wednesday after he threatened suicide while armed with a gun.
Anytime there's an allegation of sexual misconduct, it's alarming. Again, especially when there's someone in a position of authority, people that we trust.
And there currently are no formal charges against Ronnie Gorton. Our attempts to reach Gorton and his family today went unanswered. We're live in Munford. Jerry Askin, WMC Action News 5.
Tonight, we're learning new details on the former minister now accused of rape. We were there as Ronnie Gorton was booked into the Tipton County jail. He's charged with 47 counts, including sexual assault and rape. One of his victims was under the age of 13. WMC Action News 5's Janice Broach joins us live now from Tipton County with the very latest on this investigation. Janice?
That former pastor of the Awakening Church, Ronnie Gorton, is being held on a $500,000 bond. A Tipton County grand jury indicted him on Monday. He was picked up today.
Terrible, the whole situation. It's kind of the thing that, like I said, just makes you want to throw up. You know, just sitting there thinking about it.
Jessica Yale, a former member of the Awakening Church, talked about allegations against the church's pastor last month. Now, Ronnie Gorton is charged in a 47-count indictment with sexual abuse involving 3 teenage boys, one under the age of 13.
Ronnie, what do you think of the charges? Do you want to say anything?
Tipton County investigators picked up Gorton at his parents' home in Union City Tuesday afternoon. The 39-year-old married former pastor is charged with aggravated sexual battery, rape, statutory rape by an authority figure, enticing a child to buy alcohol, and exploitation by electronic means.
In their very nature, these charges are appalling. But given the fact that the suspect, the alleged offender in this incident, is a pastor, someone that we trust, someone that we worship with on Sunday, someone where we send our children, it's egregious. It's beyond disturbing.
Investigators started looking at Gorton when a 17-year-old boy recently came forward and said Gorton sexually assaulted, molested, and raped him several times in the former pastor's home. The Awakening Church is now closed. There is a for lease sign in front of it. And the investigation into Ronnie Gorton's activities is ongoing. Investigators want to know if there are any more victims. Live in Tipton County, Janice Broach, WMC Action News 5.